It's an amazing autumn morning on the grounds of Camp Courage, 5 miles northwest of Maple Lake, Minnesota. Speaking of amazing, it's here that you will find a place called True Strides. From the outside, this may look like a pretty ordinary horse barn, but like the many people who visit and work here, it's what's inside that really matters. In fact, what happens inside and even outside is outright extraordinary.
What does it mean? It's probably the best thing you could do with your life. We love it here. We get very emotional. My staff, we see a lot of miracles. We get very excited with the progress.
The therapy provided by True Strides focuses on a rider's emotional and physical development, as well as fundamental skills to improve daily living tasks.
I'm real big on not having it be clinical. As an OT, I've done training with the American Hippotherapy Association, and we're a group of medical people. But I like to say I want to put the kids off of anxiety and put them on good neurotransmitters, because that's fertilizer for your brain.
Sherry and her team of staff, including 13 therapy horses, offers equine therapy to individuals of all ages and abilities.
So what I've seen over the years is dramatic changes both physically and neurologically for the children in speech, language, and motor abilities, and in adults as well.
Using the therapeutic qualities horses offer, riders are able to receive high-quality care in a non-traditional setting that is engaging and life-changing. But no need to take our word for it.
Andra does a lot for us here. I'm very proud of her. How she's facing obstacles and overcoming them, which success is not measured by what we achieve, but the obstacles we overcome. Booker T. Washington, right?
It's a beautiful sun-splashed morning on the Dan and Andra Olson Ranch 5 miles due west of Monticello, Minnesota. It's a typical weekday workday, and all are readying to head in separate directions to work typical jobs. Only, this is not such a typical family. This is a family who's very much heading in the same direction in the wake of a life-changing event around supper time on this same farm on a Sunday in September 2014. That event was a violent two-car crash.
Yeah, an accident a mile away from home. Can you believe it?
The drunk driver doing, I believe that their computer thought maybe 117 miles an hour, was completely in her lane. I think it was head on.
No. You lose a part of your life when this happens. It's hard to put it into words of what you're thinking when you see your daughter laying there. So
she's a very giving person, and a lot was taken from her. And now, I just think we all owe her, because this was not her fault whatsoever.
I think the second it happened, the first thing we did when we were told that Mom was in an accident was Dad stopped us in the hallway and said, all right, let's pray here quick, and then we went to the hospital. And I wasn't expecting that.
In truth, life is filled with the unexpected. Few could have expected Andra Olson to survive the horrific crash that's left her a quadriplegic and unable to speak at the age of 48, and left 2 others dead in the vehicle that crossed the center line and into Andra's pickup truck while toting a horse trailer on her way back to her rural Monticello ranch from an equestrian event. Even fewer would expect the positive outlook Andra, now captained by Dan, and their family chose to take in life moving forward.
But I remember Dan saying, we don't have the time and energy to spend being mad at this. we need to just keep moving forward.
To know Andra Olson is to love Andra Olson. And, oh, by the way, have we mentioned she really, really loves horses?
I mean, Andra was incredibly driven, but she's a total goofball.
I'm like a newscaster. I know give me the mic.
She can be me.
Cindy Chapman, I'm here live with Cindy Chapman at the Mounted Shooting All-Star event.
Go for it. How you doing, Andra?
The answer to that question, how you doing, Andra, after her automobile accident is miraculously well, thank you. Yes, there are tough days.
I'm still real bitter.
Yeah, it's hard to look at everything and how the life has changed. I miss my friend, so that's hard.
But there are also good days, many of them, if not most of them, these days.
How we roll would be the sign that hangs downstairs. Today is a wonderful day. Allie has that sign downstairs, and that's how this family rolls.
I think what, just that she's no different than she was before, other than the fact she can't talk and walk. She's still fighting her battles, and she's gonna hopefully get through it still. I think as a family we're strong enough to deal with it, so.
It seems 1,000 years ago, but also just like yesterday, that Andra Olson made her meteoric rise to prominence in one of the fastest growing equestrian sports, cowboy mounted shooting.
She never would brag about herself or anything like that. I mean, she was always really humble.
Sandwiched in between back-to-back world champion cowboy mounted shooter status in the early 2000s, the entrepreneur in Andra kicked in with contributions to her beloved equestrian sport too numerous to mention, and culminating with her own call to the hall last autumn.
The Cowboy Mounted Shooting Association is both proud and honored to induct Andra Olson into the CMSA Hall of Fame.
Andra embraced the opportunity to not only excel as a competitor herself, but to bring so much joy to people that were interested in the sport, her training ability, her knowledge. I guess to capsule it, she just jumped in and was a true ambassador to cowboy mounted shooting and stayed with it and grew with it for years.
Andra Olson is still staying with it and still growing. And oh, by the way, still riding, thanks to a world-class equine-assisted therapies hippotherapy program called True Strides, powered by True Friends.
I feel weak. You are strong. Carry me on, carry me on, carry me on.
Andra knows because she's a rider too, don't you, Andra? How wonderful it makes you feel.
I think I'm lost. If you have gone, carry me on. Carry me on, carry me on.
Sherry Magnus is the director of True Strides.
Our doing movement activities, our whole brain is lit up. Okay, so that's the best time to build a motor pathway. So,
times of need, we are one. Carry me on, carry me on. Carry me on.
When Andra rides, we see her keeping her connection to horses. It's terrible what happened to her, and I'm sure in her mind was thinking in the beginning, I'll probably never be able to ride my horses again, which is awful for any rider, and especially a person as active as her and as successful as her. We keep that connection.